Terry, are you still in your room? If you've got time to bang away on the PC, why don't you at least go down to the unemployment office and look for work? Come on, Terry. At least give me a reply.
What is it, Mom? Can't you just talk to me directly? Why use the line? We're in the same house, for God's sakes.
I'm using line because you get upset when I knock on your door. I thought you'd appreciate the gesture.
To be honest, I wish you would just stop messaging me with useless comments. Besides, I'm really busy with this deadline. I need to focus on this.
Deadline? For what? Probably something about a game event, right?
No, nothing like that.
I can't believe you. You quit your job all of a sudden without a word, and since then you're stuck in your room.
I thought I explained it all to you 100 times. While working, I won an award for the book I wrote. And now I'm working on a new novel. I've come far enough that I'm confident I can make a living as a novelist. I got so busy with the writing that I made the decision to resign and put my full effort into writing. I showed you the book that I published, right?
Yes, but the name on it was different.
That's just a pseudonym. Pen name.
Yes, well, you certainly got an imagination. But you really shouldn't perceive your hobby as actual work.
As I said, it was a hobby before, but now it's work. How many times do I have to keep repeating myself? And as proof of that, after I resigned, I never once missed paying my fair share of the expenses.
You're probably just taking it out on your retirement pay. So, you had better get a real job before all that runs dry.
That's why I keep...
I don't want to hear any more of your excuses.
Yeah, right. Like I said, I have a deadline. Leave me alone. I really need to focus.
I'll give you a time limit of 1 month. If you don't listen, well, I have some ideas of my own. You do understand, right? Terry, we need to talk.
What is it this time? You do know that I'm currently out of the house.
Yes, I know. First, you're stuck in your room for days. Then suddenly you're out somewhere wandering around. Who knows where?
As I said, I had a meeting with my publisher downtown. The meeting was early in the morning, so I stayed at a hotel the night before.
Oh, such an imagination. It's like you're some famous writer or something.
It's not imagination. I'm actually getting paid to do this.
Well, that is all very nice, but... Anyway, I thought it was a good opportunity since you were out.
Good opportunity? For what?
Yes, you don't have to come home anymore.
Huh?
Like I said 1 month ago. I said if you didn't get your act together in 1 month, that I had ideas of my own. You do remember that?
So your solution is... don't come home? That's a bit drastic, isn't it?
The reason you feel it's drastic is that you didn't seriously consider my warning.
Well, okay. But if I'm gonna move out, I need some time in preparation.
I had already cleaned out your room.
Huh? Wait, cleaned out?
Yes, cleaned out. I had the garbage collector come in and take it all.
You gotta be kidding! Do you mean everything? My desktop PC? All my notes and documents?
Of course.
Are you out of your mind?
All that stuff. It's all your imaginary world. It prevents you from seeing the real world.
My job requires that I use a PC and laptop. There were countless files and documents for my latest novel in there. How could you?
I wish you would have a little consideration for your mother. Having to go along with all of your delusions.
Are you saying I'm delusional?
Anyway, I changed the lock on the door, so even if you come back, I won't let you in.
Is this all just you?
No, Father feels the same way. He said you're over 30. Stop sponging off us and get a life, is what he said.
That too, huh?
So that's the situation. So your father and I decided to grit our teeth and kick you out of the house. It's for your own good. You'll see. Freeloaders are not welcome in our home.
So that means we cut all ties. You guys are okay with that?
Huh?
Goodbye. Miss Sawyer, are you good to talk?
Yes, Terry, good evening. Thanks for coming to the meeting this morning. Do you think you can make the deadline for the novel?
Yeah, that's the problem.
Something the matter?
Kind of embarrassing, but I just got kicked out of the house.
OMG, seriously?
This is probably the first time telling you, but my folks were against me quitting my job and becoming a novelist.
Good grief, I had no idea.
I kept explaining it to them, but they think I'm imagining it all. Get a real job or get out. That was the ultimatum. While I was out, they took all the stuff in my room, including my desktop PC and all my notes and documents, and threw them out.
That's awful. How could they?
Oh, don't worry. I have all the current documents on my laptop, which I have with me. Luckily.
Oh, that's a relief anyway. But Terry, that means you have no place to live.
Yeah, well, I'll stay at a hotel tonight. Then I'll have to start looking for an apartment somewhere. I'm also gonna have to get all kinds of household goods. Kitchen stuff, bed, everything.
Okay, I understand. Let's keep all that in mind and schedule things accordingly.
I'm really sorry for all this. Such an inconvenience.
Oh, and one more thing.
Yes?
We're approaching the publication of your new book, so why don't we arrange a book signing tour?
Huh? A book signing tour?
A good opportunity for your fans to see and get to know you. Maybe also be a good chance for your folks to actually see what you're doing.
Oh, okay, I get it.
And I'll put some effort into getting your folks to come around. If your book sells, well, eventually, they will get a wind of it. It's all in timing.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
But first off, we need to find you a place to live. If you don't mind living somewhere near the office, I can talk to the real estate agent nearby. We know them quite well.
That would be great. I just hope it's not a burden.
No burden. Anyway, get some rest tonight and we'll talk again tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much.
Terry, it's been a while.
Who may I ask is this?
It's me, your mother.
Yeah, what do you want?
What do I want? Nice way to greet your mother. We haven't heard from you in a while, so we were worried. How are you? Are you eating properly?
You kicked me out without warning, and now you're worried if I'm eating properly?
We had to do it. I hope you understand. But it was for the better.
Better for what?
It was painful for us, but I think we made the right decision.
Huh?
So, you really did become a novelist.
Where'd you hear about it?
My neighbor, Mrs. Jameson, she told me. Apparently her son is a big fan of yours.
Oh yeah, I remember he was there last month at my book signing.
Yes, that's it! I was so shocked when I heard. You really did well. I'm so proud of you. I suppose my decision to kick you out of the house, and then forcing you to make it on your own, really did wonders.
What are you blabbering about? I decided to become a novelist 3 years ago.
Huh? 3 years ago? But you were still working at that company then.
I was working and also working on my novel. My writing gradually gained momentum, and I even won an award. So I figured I could make a living as a novelist, and so I resigned and started doing it full time.
Oh, really? I had no idea. Why didn't you just say so?
I told you 1,000,000 times! You told me I was delusional. You just wouldn't believe me.
Really? Did I say that? Anyway, now that you're a well-known novelist, I have no complaints.
You guys kicked me out right when I was starting to really take off.
Oh, yes. When do you plan to come back here?
Huh?
You know, for Christmas, Thanksgiving, you know, during the holidays. Of course you can come back anytime you want. Maybe you could come back and start living with us again.
Why would I do that?
Why not? People leave home all the time, and at some point, most people return to visit their folks. That's all.
You dumped all my stuff and kicked me out of the house. And you said I never had to come back.
Well, as I said, it was a painful decision. But it was for your own good. Look at how you turned out.
So you motivated me to become a successful novelist. Is that it? When you had all my stuff thrown out? All my documents and notes were gone. It's a miracle my first novel was published. If my publisher didn't help me out back then, I would have never gotten where I am today. Oh yeah, and when my publisher called you to explain the situation to you, you said you wanted no part of a delusional son and just hung up on her.
Yes, well, that was... I provided an opportunity for the book signing.
Book signing?
When I heard that you became a successful novelist, I was elated. I told all of my neighbors and friends about the wonderful son I had.
Huh?
Your father told all his colleagues at work, too. Well, then everyone suddenly asked us to get your autograph. I have a total request of about 50.
50 autographs?
You have a lot of fans. Awesome, isn't it? So that's the situation. Could you have 50 signed and ready by this weekend? Or even better, autographed books!
I don't recall ever giving you permission to solicit fans.
Huh?
Do you know how selfish that sounds?
But it's only 50 autographs! Pretty easy to do in one sitting.
It's not about the numbers, but that's actually a lot, you know. Besides, my publisher advised me against sending out autographs at random. He devalues my name.
But, you know, it's a request from your family.
Family? You never even listened to me, or much less believed in me. Treated me as if I were a burden on the family.
Well, as I said, it was painful.
On top of that, you threw my stuff out without a second thought. Family? I finally thought you believed in me. And you go out and blab as if I was your precious son. Gather requests for my autograph? And you call yourself my family? Give me a frickin' break!
Terry, son...
Please, don't call me family or your son only when it suits you.
But I already told everyone I would get your autograph.
Just tell them I refused.
Huh?
Just tell everyone that you never believed that I would amount to anything. Threw all my stuff out in the trash, and that you kicked me out of the house.
I can't say that.
Anyway, that's all I gotta say. Please, don't contact me again. After that, my folks continue to contact me relentlessly. I blocked them online right away. I also plan to change my smartphone pretty soon. I heard they also tried to contact my publishers, but as they were aware of the situation, they handled it accordingly. I thought that was the end of it, but apparently my mom falsified my autograph and distributed it to her friends saying it was genuine. Eventually, people found out it was fake, which led to them learning about how they treated me. I later heard from my grandma that all the relatives gave my folks a severe dressing down for how they treated me. My dad couldn't hack all the whispering and rumors of the office and eventually quit out of frustration. I wonder how he's doing now. But I completely cut ties with him, and I plan to focus on my work from now on.